Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of the Smart Flip with me and my co-host Matt Shirley, the console king himself. So guys, today we're going to be talking about what do you do if you're already doing well? All right, so we did a podcast a while back on like what would you do if you only had $1,000 to start?
Yeah.
Well, so we've had many people join Recelerator that were already, three, four, $5,000 in profit a month, and a lot of them were like, "Well, how can you help me?" And today I want to talk about that. I think it's an important topic on like helping somebody grow. And I want to lock it in because I did my check-in call with one of our clients yesterday who was in that exact spot. And he went to from 5,000 a month to 20,000 in less than 30 days with just some very light tweaks that we helped him on his business. And really that's the main driver of everything is that most of the time it's just very small tweaks to what you're doing in your ads and your negotiations and just in your business overall. It's the small swings, the small hinges that swing the biggest doors. So today we're going to talk a little bit about that. Um, if you don't know what this podcast is, this is a podcast where we help phone flippers and buyback business owners start, grow, and scale their business.
Yeah.
Uh, if you are looking for free courses, you can check out the thing below. You can also check out the Mercury Electronics Buyer price sheet run by Aaron Goldstein, my business partner. We buy back electronics from people. He handles that, not me. Stop messaging me about that. Um, Stop asking me for a price on a device. Go ask him. I do local buybacks myself. I help Aaron run the marketing side of Mercury. So you can also check out other courses below, like Console Kings, that's run by Matt. And then Catherine Contreras also runs console or camera flipping mastery. She's our camera queen. So that's relatively new course that's popping off right now.
Yeah.
And I have a book. It's called Buyback Revolution. You can get it on Amazon or you can get it for free on the podcast. And then I have one more course that is free if you finish it. So I know there's a lot of stuff. I'm going to stop pitching stuff. Just check the stuff below. Um, with that
It's
being
all
said,
it's
guys,
all great. It's all good.
it's all good. It's all good stuff, right? Um, if you're already making, let's just say $5,000 a month in profit in your business, what are the main things that we can do, or what are the main things you can do to make more money, right? Because a lot of people get stuck at this part of their business where they're making three, four, $5,000 in profit a month, right? And they just get stuck, right? They get in this like hamster wheel, and they like I have people all the time that come back to me, and they're just like, Chris, how do I break past this? Like, what do I need to do
Yeah.
get past this? Because I think what it is number one, a mindset issue that most people have, but then there's a tactical part of it too, right? Because I think when you're at that $5,000 a month mark, you are in the phase where you're just like, oh my gosh, is this thing like legit at this point?
Yeah.
Am
Yeah.
I do I need like an LLC? Do I need like do I need to take this thing a lot more seriously at this point?
Hmm.
Because most people don't even have that stuff set up, right? So I think part of it is mindset and part of it is tactics. Matt, you've been on a bunch of calls with people who were at that stage. We introduced consoles
Yeah.
and like it supercharged what they were
Yeah.
doing because they weren't even tapping into that, right?
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
want to you want to talk a little bit, you're the first person that onboards people. So
Yeah. Uh, well, there's a noticeable difference between somebody who has $100 to $500, someone who has $1,000, and someone who has $5,000. Um, and we're not just talking about like having that minimal amount. We're talking about like having that in a recurring, like consistent flow of that amount. Somebody who has $5,000 or say is making $5,000 a month, we'll use both for the sake of this, is also somebody that already has a system to some degree. Like that system may be, I'd say in most cases, when they come to us, it is usually leveraged by not necessarily like really well built out systems, but there is a willingness to work, which is proven in the numbers. The numbers just don't lie because we talk about this a lot. You've heard Chris and I say like good business is good math, and good math is good business. Um, but if somebody's doing 5K consistently, they already have some kind of system that's working. They just haven't, I think, probably sat down and been deliberate about figuring out what exactly is working the best and what should be, um, deferred, deleted, or delegated. And so those are the things is I think when people step in and I'm able to introduce more opportunity to um, that business mindset or sense that they have, they're able to take the type of person they already are and lock in on even more products. And now they have an enhanced amount of inventory because Console Kings offers over 70 different electronics that people can flip, right? And so it's not just phones and it's not just iPads and MacBooks and all that stuff is great, but if you're already making that kind of money and you get a hold of like so much more diversity, you kind of can't fail. And so I think what it does is it unlocks this space where they can breathe a little bit and they stop, um, even though they're doing pretty good. Because you said this, like, I mean, 5 grand a month is like 60 grand a year. That's
Mhm.
not scarcity, guys. That's not scarcity. Okay. Like that's good and probably in some states or counties slightly above average. Okay. Uh, but I think it unlocks this space where they realize like there's they're it's opening up, right? Like they're coming out of the woods and it's opening up in front of them. And so I think, to parlay that between you and I, because Chris and I, people got to understand those listening to this kind of work as like a 1-2 punch. Like I'm the guy who's probably going to help people that are in a lower income, like lower consistent revenue bracket
Yep.
like really get going with the opportunities I present. But when Chris is able to, I think, to bring the intelligence of what he has and the systems that he has built to the table, what it's going to do is it's going to take the consistency people generate through this method, whether with phones or consoles, and it's going to funnel it through a system that is now going to cause money to become automatic, right? I call it predictable
Right.
success.
Yes.
And so what I would say ultimately to really answer this question in probably the most succinct and best way is if somebody's making 5 grand a month, what they do when they team up here is it gives them predictable success.
Yeah.
In fact, I would say in some cases it gives them more success than they can handle, and now they have a completely different set of problems. I mean, this happens very consistently, right? Now they have a different set of problems. I'm overwhelmed. I don't know how to handle this much. Um, I think I need to hire more people. I think I need to outsource. They quickly find the end of themselves because of the amount of opportunity that is there and that is available. That's how powerful I think this system and the teamwork that's been developed and cultivated here is.
Agreed. Um, so to put that in even simpler terms, um, a lot of people will join Console Kings to find another thing to flip, right? Add a little bit more to their income. People
Right.
come to Recelerator to scale. They come to me to
Straight
scale.
up. Yep.
Okay. They come because they want to systematize their process, which is my specialty. That's what I do.
Absolutely.
I make sure I basically have a money model inside of the reselling game, right? Or I could say it better, it's a marketing model. Okay. I have a marketing model that just works. It prints if you do it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing most people don't understand is like whenever you, so I'll just to not speak out of my anything else. Like when yesterday we had a call with one of my clients who's doing incredibly well. He's been on the podcast. He probably won't mind. His name is Victor. You can go watch him on the podcast. He went from 5,000 a month to 20,000 a month in 30 days. And that is because we implemented a system that is proven to work. It is expensive, okay? And you pay expensive fees when things work. Okay, that's just how the world works. All right.
Well, if it's good, if it's that effective, I don't know. Like, you don't want to cheapen something that you realize is like, wow, this is. I mean, that to go from 5 to 20K a month, guys, that's life altering,
Yeah, that is
right?
life altering. I would pay like if there was a guarantee for that, I would pay it every single day. and then some, right? Like, and that's one thing that I don't think people realize is like you guys
Yeah.
look at college and you're like, oh, $10,000 isn't that bad for
Yeah.
this amount, and then you graduate and there is no guarantee, right? Like
Yeah.
that, in my eyes, that's a bad investment. But for most people, they're willing to make that investment due to social norms and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. Emphasis on Chris saying investment, not expense, guys.
Yes. So a lot of people view help or courses or mentorship as a cost, right? For me, I look at that stuff as investments. That stuff is a tax write-off for me. Number one,
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
I'm like, let's freaking go, right? I
Yeah.
just bought another ticket, another VIP ticket in February to go to Miami to meet my mentor again, right? Like
That's awesome.
proximity is a thing, guys. Like I want to be very clear here, and then I'm going to get into the details of what makes people win, and like what are the massive changes that happen, um, that we do, right? So, um, number one, I'm gonna shout this out because we have a live event coming up in January, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Proximity is key to growth. If you can get in the room with people that are doing better than you. So, example, right? The first ever big live event that I went to, $24,000 mastermind, right? Everybody in there, average earner was over $80,000 a month in revenue. Where was I? Like 10. Okay, I felt massively out of place at that moment. And here's why that's a good thing. I felt out of place and it pushed me to do better because I was in a room. Well, and the great thing about it is all the people were cool. They were like, dude, you'll be here soon. Don't worry about it. Like you'll be here quickly with the knowledge you have and what you've been doing and all of that stuff, right? So proximity is number one. You need to get around people that are better than whether that's a digital community, or in a physical area, right? It doesn't really matter. We've had people simply join Recelerator for the community and grow by default. They didn't even go
Hmm.
through the curriculum and they still won, right? Just
Yeah.
because they're surrounded by people that are winning every single day. Okay. Now I don't want this to sound like I'm pitching my high ticket program. Okay. So here are the main things that happen when somebody comes to me and they're like, Chris, I want to take my $5,000 a month business to like 10 or 15,000. Here's the first thing that I tell them to do, or the first question I ask. And you guys, I beat this like a drum. How many devices are you buying per customer? The answer is always one. Always. Okay. The easiest way to double your business is to buy two. That's it. I closed the deal today on an Apple or on a iPhone 16 Pro Max. $600. I'm paying for it today. That'll be a nice, I think, 120 in profit ish. And then I asked him, I was like, "Do you have anything else you're looking to sell?" I buy MacBooks, iPads, smartwatches, cameras, and more. What else do you have? He's like, "Oh, well, I have my Apple Watch Ultra 2. Do you buy those?" I'm like, "Absolutely, I do. I'll buy that too." And he's like, "All right, cool. I'll bring it with me." And I'm like, "All right, cool. Do you have?" And guess what I did again? Do you have anything else, any other electronics that you might want to bring, that you might think about before 4 p.m.? He's like, "I'll look around." Guys, that is how you double your business.
Yep.
You just buy more per customer. If you
Yep.
can do that, you will win. You will just win by default. It's not a hard concept, right?
Yep.
But a lot of like with Victor, he was stuck. He was mostly just buying iPhones, right? And that's the main reason he was stuck. Just to be honest with you guys.
Yeah.
Um, the next thing that we do is we get people on a call with a man named Aaron Goldstein.
Hey.
And that call usually fixes people's negotiation problems most of the time if they actually implement on what he said to do. Okay. Because what Aaron talks about doing, and for those of you that don't know, Aaron I would have to say, is probably the greatest negotiator in the phone flipping space
I
by far.
agree with that sentiment
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
By far. He is so good at it. It is crazy. The
Yeah.
fact he can have a 1 hour onboarding call with a new student that we have and completely help them change and start closing deals on that call with them is hard to beat. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not many people that I've ever seen that can do that. And he does it like like it's second or third nature to him. Okay. So that is the next thing that we implement is we do an overhaul on their negotiation strategies. We get them answering the phone. That's a big part of it. Okay. If you start so this is gonna sound crazy, but if you start answering the phone, you will make more money. Like if you want an immediate action that you can take today to scale your business, it would be one of these two things. Answer the phone and buy more than just an iPhone. That that'll immediately grow your business. Okay.
So, Chris, I'm
Yeah,
gonna play ignorant here,
please. Yeah.
because somebody here listening to this is going, well, why is it essential that I answer the phone? Could you speak to that for a second?
Yeah, for sure. So, well, number one, everybody in this space does texting back and forth. They never answer the phone. And I would say that's the biggest part. Repair shops most of the time don't answer the phone. Most buyback companies don't answer the phone. All of that stuff, right?
Repair shops definitely don't answer the
They
phone.
do not answer the phone. Oh my, don't even get me started on repair shops, dude. They drive me insane. Just gonna say, guys, if you're a repair shop out there, it's gonna be very hard to work with Recelerator if you're a repair shop soon. Like I can't handle the level of, oh, I'm gonna pay for this very high ticket thing and then do nothing that you said. I'm just gonna keep doing everything I'm sorry, I just won't let you in. I'm just gonna be real. Like you guys, maybe this sounds mean, but repair shops hurt our success rate like big time. Um, and I know
I
that sounds
hold on.
mean.
I hope there's somebody who runs a repair shop right now that's listening to this and is butt hurt enough to challenge that. Be like, all right, man,
I
maybe
hope
there's.
so too, but you're really gonna have to prove it to me that you're gonna like, because the thing is, guys, is like just because you have a pulse and a credit card does not mean you can join reseller. I'm just gonna be real. Like, and I'm not saying that out of a scarcity. It's like I am protecting our success rate.
Right.
Like, like I
Yeah.
don't, and Matt knows this. Like, we only bring in people that we actually think we can help. Like,
Yeah.
because we've done it in the past where if you have a pulse and you have a credit card, yeah, we'll let you in, but then you don't do anything, and that actually hurts our success rate. So like we just won't let you in.
As
So
a coach, we would call that teachability.
yeah, exactly. Okay. You sorry, I went off there a little. And the reason I get a little heated about that, guys, is because I mean, like yesterday, I had a repair shop telling me that my process didn't work. And I'm like, I logged into the account and I'm like, you have leads. What are you talking about? Like, yeah, but none of them come into the store. I'm like, dude, like, I can't like waiting, getting a lead and then waiting 6 hours to call them is an issue, man. Like it's a problem.
Oh, so that
So
person doesn't like money, obviously.
yeah. Anyway, um, I'm just gonna get off of that topic because it actually makes me upset.
We'll,
Um,
we'll we'll save that for another pod, Chris.
yeah. Okay, so you're playing ignorant.
What's that?
You were playing ignorant. Like I can't remember where
Oh
we.
yeah, just why what is the advantage of answering the phone in a generation or culture where most people prefer the anonymity of text messaging, even though it takes longer?
It doesn't take longer though. It takes a lot less time to answer the phone than it does to text back and forth.
No, I'm saying texting back and forth actually takes a lot longer than
It does,
the
yeah.
succinctness of having a conversation. But so why should I be having conversations?
So
Why
that's
should I
the
be picking up
question.
the phone?
So I didn't answer the phone for a long time. Aaron Goldstein didn't answer the phone for a long time. I started answering the phone when I started getting Google leads because I realized how quickly that Google leads make a decision, right?
Yeah, yeah,
On where they're going to sell, right? And I started getting on the phone with these guys and I would close them almost immediately and it would take less than 2 minutes,
that's
right?
incredible.
If I were to go back and forth on that through text message, that would take way too long.
Yeah,
Right.
like 30 minutes or
Yeah, it would take
something.
like 30 minutes. It actually like it takes less time to close them on the phone than it does through texting. Like you're
Right.
saving time by calling them or
Right.
having them call you or whichever way it works, right? So like you will and you will just make more money by answering the phone. So
Yeah.
I told Aaron this whenever he started Google, whenever I helped him start his Google ads, and he's like, he was big on I don't answer the phone. Okay. He Aaron Goldstein was big on this, not answering the phone. Because his whole next level phone flipping coaching program was all about negotiating through messaging, right? So that's the way it was for him, for reach outs and Facebook ads. And I was like, dude, if you answer the phone, I guarantee you'll make more money. I guarantee, just try it. Okay. And he's like, all right, I'll try it. Like a week later, he was like, I should have been answering the phone a lot more. He's like, I closed them so fast. Just because what happens with the Google leads is they call around a lot and almost every place doesn't answer the phone. Right.
Wow.
And because most people, you guys think you have competition. I'm just going to be real. You don't. Okay. Whenever I moved out to League City, I called around to a bunch of repair shops and I was trying to work with them, and only one of them answered the phone.
That's
One
crazy. That's
repair
crazy, dude.
shop.
That's crazy.
Okay. None of them had auto missed call text backs or anything either. One guy messaged me back and was like, "Who this?" And I was like, wow, okay. So I don't have competition. Got it.
Well, what a
Understood.
confidence boost. You're probably glad you did it.
Yeah, I am glad I did it because I realized how guys, a little bit south of Houston, Texas. There are 30 phone flippers in a 20-mile radius. Okay? Like for I'm not lying about that, by the way. There's one that messaged me the other day asking for my course, the login for my course, who lives like 15 minutes down the road. Like, so, you know,
How funny.
it's one of those things, right? There's not, you guys are
So,
making up competition in your brain. I'm just going to be real. Like,
yeah. So when you say what you said, here's what I hear is that in taking calls, I heard two things that I want to be distinct and I want to be deliberate about acknowledging for everybody else. One, answering the phone is actually respecting your resources better because time is a resource. And if you can close a deal in a shorter amount of time, you're actually paying yourself more faster,
you are. Yeah, you're pulling the money forward, man.
right? Um, Second thing, because most people don't actually make phone calls this day. If you have a Google lead, like you said, calling you on the phone, I think that should also like be like a Kmart blue light special. There should be an alarm going off going, this person really needs money, so answer the phone because this is how much they need it. They actually picked up the phone and decided to call you rather
Yep.
than texting because it's that important,
Yep.
right? And so for me, I'm going, okay, like answering the phone is scooping up the deals that essentially nobody else is.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. I mean, if you answer the phone, you are, I would have to say they're 50% likely to sell to you. Like
Wow.
maybe even 75% just because you answer the phone.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just going to be real because most people don't.
Yeah.
Um, and another thing is like we have resell decks. So like if I miss a phone call, like it's texting them immediately, which that does happen. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to sit here and say I answer every phone call. I can't. There's no way,
Yeah.
right? Some people call me at 1 a.m. It's crazy. I don't know how or why, um, but it'll automatically text them back, be like, "Hey, sorry, we're a bit busy right now. What are you looking to sell?"
We're
That
so
alone will save deals, by the way. Like that. I remember Hormozy did a thing on this a while back, and he's like, "Look, here's one way to save business almost immediately instead of like letting them run to your competitor." He's like, if you just implement an auto text after you miss a phone call, it'll save your business. But I think it was like 40%. Like
holy
some,
moly.
it was some crazy number.
That is wild.
Um, like just people just want a response. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you don't give them a response, then like you're just like you're pissing money away. I'm just gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but I mean, there's not a lot to do in terms of scaling business past 5,000 a month. It's just it has to be set up in the correct way. right?
Yeah.
If
Right.
you start like an everlasting ad, or I'm gonna be calling them evergreen ads now because somebody else already termed everlasting ad. But if you start an evergreen ad, right, that alone will that'll supercharge things. You get the Google ads going, you get the Google My Business, you start getting the reviews, you start taking your business like
Treating
acting
it like
like
a
a
business.
business,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
now things are going to change. People are going to look at you differently. You start doing a scheduled meetup model. You start doing those things
Yeah.
that like you get out of that side hustle mentality, guys, you're going to crush it,
Yeah.
right? And that's what we do. That's what we help people do. We help people get out of that side hustle mentality that they have, turn this thing into an actual business that they can actually scale, and win with it. Like
Yeah.
that's what we do.
Yeah.
So, there's not, I mean, I can give you the general overview of what you need to do to break past that barrier that most people hit, but there's also a whole system behind it on top of that. Like there are very basic things you can do to move the needle, but then there's a whole I don't think you guys realize what is in Reaccelerator. Like a lot of people think like, oh, it's just a coaching program, blah blah blah. No, man, there's a whole freaking system there. Like
Straight up.
I don't think people like yesterday it I did an onboarding call with a new client and it took an hour and a half to set everything up. Now, I want to be clear, that hour and a half that we set everything up, most of the time it takes people 6 months to a year to set
Yeah.
all of that up. What did we set up? We set up his Google Ads account, his Resell Deck account, his business phone number, his everlasting ad, his see what I mean? Like all of that stuff is done in
Right.
an hour and a half, and it saves like a year of time for most people.
Yeah. People also got to realize that that 1 hour is a compounded effort of, I would say, 5 to 8 years of your
Yep,
life
yep.
invested in how do I continue to fine tune a process that could probably still use a little bit more tweaking. And guys, I just want to be clear, and I'm saying this because I appreciate and respect Chris. Like if there were still more fine tuning and tweaking that Chris could probably do, he'd probably be doing it.
I am doing it. I have an AI
But
bot running all of my Facebook ads right now.
like the amount of messages I've gotten from this guy's like, well, I should probably do this, and I'm like, dude, don't chase that. Like, dude, what this is better. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking about some of our back and forth, and I'm saying
Yeah,
that, maybe as a comedic interlude here, but like to the point of what you're saying, like most people don't realize if they're doing 5K and you've pushed it that far, you obviously like you have some kind of system, you have a strong will, and you've built some good money, and you have I'd say some entrepreneurship that is just there, that is maybe untuned, needs some fine tuning. But um, I want to kind of say these things very specifically. One thing you probably lack is systems. Another thing you probably lack is upsells. And a third thing you probably lack is diversity in your inventory. Like those are three major majors that I would say have been in this conversation that people don't realize. Like we've seen it. We obviously help people bring that to the table. But if you don't have that and you need it, yeah, we can work with you. Or you can spend the next insert however much time it's going to take to figure that out for yourself. But that's what you're lacking.
I should make a list of everything you need to do to scale, systems wise, because there's a lot,
That would
I
be
should do
that would
that.
be a good and helpful
I
list.
think I'll do
And
that.
yeah,
Because like I don't think people realize how much. So I want to let me move this the opposite way, right? How do you get okay? So let's say you get to 10,000 a month without systems. What does that look like? Well,
tired.
your business
But
looks like a train wreck,
it
is
looks
what it
like
looks like.
tired.
Like you are tired, you are worn out, and now let's just say you're only doing reach outs to make that. Bro, yeah, you're tired. You're probably thinking like
Oof.
this, I don't like this is a whole nother job for me, right?
Yeah.
And so if I roll this back, Kayla, she was one of our students, probably two years ago now.
Yep.
She was only doing reach outs for phones. Like that was the only thing she was doing. She joined Reaccelerator. We implemented the scheduled meetup model Facebook ads, Google ads, all of the stuff, website, the whole shenanigans, right? Like all of it. Her and I remember her messaging me, and she's like, "I can't thank you enough because I'm not running around town all day. It doesn't feel like a new job for me anymore. It
Right.
feels like I'm actually running a business that is systematized, that is actually making me money in less time now."
Yeah.
And ultimately, that's what a system is meant to do. Is it is meant to help you make more money with less required physical effort,
Yeah.
right?
Systems expedite process.
Yes, exactly. So, like today, I have one, two, how many meetups are on my calendar? On my calendar. You guys hear that? Like, I'm not logged in. I logged in somebody else. I have three meetups scheduled for 4 p.m. today. I didn't do 5 p.m. today because we're going trick or treating and stuff. So
Hey.
I was like, hey, um, I can meet everybody at 4 today. Meet me here. I'm buying one, two, three, I think six items total at 4 p.m. today. So, um, but you see what I mean? Like that's a system right
Right.
there,
Yeah.
right? I'm buying a 16 Pro Max, an Apple Watch Ultra 2, another 16 Pro Max, um, and then some Galaxy tablet, and then she had some other phones too. And I was like, just bring them, I'll take one.
And
Um,
it's not, and that's not, I want people to hear that that's not a one-off. Like that's pretty consistent for you.
it's very consistent for me. That's how I run my business in 3 to 4 hours a day, maybe, if that, honestly. Like I don't like a lot. What you guys don't understand is like I peeled back because we had a new baby. I took off really the local flips for about 90 days. Because I don't need that anymore to make income. I do it mostly to make content now. Also, I'm trying to buy a house, so like which is going to be another video down the road, and I can't wait to make that one, by the way.
Excited for that.
I'm literally using all the flipping income right now to put it down a massive down payment on a home. So that'll be another video down the line. But um, like I only meet at scheduled times. Um, I only pretty much do digital payments at this point. So I'm doing the opposite of what most people are doing.
Mhm.
All the other phone flippers are out there saying, "Oh, I need cash. I got to go to the bank and get 10 grand." You want to know what doing that every single day will do to your bank? They'll kick you out. How do I know that? Been there. So,
Had
what
some
are you
issues along the
doing?
line.
You
Yeah.
know, like is what you're doing illegal? Like then they make you fill out a form and like it's a whole thing, right? So and then like just meeting people at scheduled times. You guys, a lot of you guys that are still doing 5,000 a month think you are on your customer's time, right? Like your customer is probably still controlling your schedule. Sorry, like you have the money,
Yeah.
right? Like that, and the sooner you realize that, the better it is, you know?
Yeah. I think by definition, people need to realize when you build a business, you're building something that is curated around your life, not
Yes.
around other people's, right? You want to have a business you're running, not have a business that's running you. And there's a difference there in perspective with, becoming a business owner and treating it as such, as opposed to just being like, I got to hustle all the time, which no one can do all the time.
No, nobody can. It's not possible. Like you're going to burn out. Like what is burnout? A burnout is simply just an uncontrollable amount of events that basically just drain your energy. That's all it is because it's not controlled. Okay, and that's what burns most people out. It's also a lot of decision fatigue. I'll say that too. It's like burnout is a ton of decision fatigue. What is decision fatigue? What's the definition of that? Guys, we only have like a certain amount of decisions we can make in a day, and decisions take a lot of energy. Like well, I will say this, making good decisions takes a lot of energy. You might hear the Jeff Bezos talk about, well, he's talked about this. He only tries to make major decisions a day. Why is that? Well, the more decisions you make during the day, usually the less like those decisions work out, right? So it's a whole like it's like working out, right? Like if you're just gonna do bicep curls and you're going to do, 15 at a time, it's going to get harder and harder to keep doing biceps or curls, right? So like
Mhm.
your muscles are going to fatigue. Your mind works the same way with decisions.
Yeah.
So if you can limit the amount of decision fatigue that you have, you will just simply do better.
Yeah. The level of cognitive load that I think most people endure when they are in constant hustle mode is overwhelming, and if your brain is kind of like your body's CPU, it needs some time to stop and like
Gotta turn the
defrag,
fan
you
on,
know?
It
Yeah.
needs the fan.
It's got to cool down. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. They're like, why do I feel so on edge? Well, it's like, well, your body's hormonal and your cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone, is probably like raging. And
Yes.
if you don't have a release, a system, things like that to help you, yeah, you're gonna short circuit. You're gonna burn out because everything does that, even people. And so I love that. I love the community aspect. I think of what we get to share in because I think, being around other people as well that have these healthy boundaries, going back to the previous podcast with Kevin, bringing it into this conversation, guys. If you didn't check that out, that interview is fantastic. Kevin
Good one.
was not in a good headspace, and he's so much healthier now, and so is his business, and for a lot of the reasons that Chris and I are discussing right here. It's really cool.
Yeah. So if you guys are at that 5,000 a month, just to wrap this all on a big bow for you guys, I'm gonna give you guys three things you can do for free, obviously, to grow your business quickly. Number one, buy more than an iPhone. If you can buy more than an iPhone, you will make more money. Number two, well, I guess that would also fall into upselling, right? So buy more than an iPhone, meaning upsell. Number two, answer the damn phone. Answer the phone. Okay. And number three, try to buy more than one item per customer. Okay. I know that kind of feeds back into upselling a little bit, but I kind of find them as two different things, right? So,
Yeah.
like being able to buy more than just one, like it's a skill. Okay. Like it's a skill. Also, I would have to say, like, you need a marketing model. You need to be getting leads from everywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I want you to be overwhelmed with leads. Like that's what I want for you guys. Like whenever people come to me and they're like, Chris, I'm getting too many leads, what do I do? I'm like, well, isn't this the problem you wanted? Like this was the problem you were having. And now it's too much? Come on, Like um and then I would also say you need a back end system too, which things like inventory system in eBay, right? Like
Hmm.
that's a big thing that we've seen with Recelerator that me and Matt have really spearheaded recently. Um, where it's like we've noticed, like we fixed the lead problem.
Hmm.
The lead problem is fixed.
Hmm.
At this point, if you're in Recelerator and you tell us that you are not getting devices, well, then you're probably just not doing anything. Just
Hmm.
like real. Like there's 70 different items in Console Kings to go after. There's Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google My Business, pawn shops, repair shops, other resellers. Like there's so much money out there. You just got to know where to look, and Recelerator uncovers that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um, like, and once you see it, you can't unsee it at that point. It's like finding a valve index for the first time ever, right? And now you
Yeah.
just can't unsee it. It's like,
Yeah. It's Aladdin. It's a whole new world, right? There's just I think I wish more people could understand the ease with which some of these items can be discovered. Last night I stepped out. Chris, I bought a MetaQuest Pro for $200.
I saw that, dude. That's crazy.
That that's fire. Guys, my best Valve Index ever, Valve Index, $100. True story.
My
Okay.
one of my MetaQuest Pros sold last night. I sold it because it had the box and everything, and I was like, I
Yeah.
want it gone because I'm trying to get everything out before the end of the month, right?
Yeah.
It sold last night for $620.
That's fire. That's the headset?
Nah,
Oh, the whole system. Yeah.
that was a whole system. I have two that are whole systems, and
Uh-huh.
then I broke the third one that I bought up. Um,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna see like I'm not that worried because I made profit, like a good amount of profit no matter what.
Yeah. No, the profit margin on these guys bananas. Like if Chris, do you think most people believe me if I told them that with consoles, if they follow the process that I teach, they're going to do 70 to 100% ROI on almost every device? Like, is that legit? Is that for real?
Yeah, 100%. Let me see. I mean, I just sold this thing, so let me find it here. Um,
Yeah, what's the ROI on that?
Let me see. Is this the one that sold? Because I got two of them. Yes, this one sold 620. I haven't even put it in the sheet yet. So let's see here. There's this one. It sold today. No, it sold yesterday. 10:30, 25. Yeah. Oh, I can't. Oh, anyway, I gotta log into the right Google account, I guess. Anyway, it I bought it for 380 and it sold for 620. So whatever that looks
Okay.
like. Um,
Yeah.
Math at the moment. I don't know. It's profit. That's all it is. So
Let's do this real quick. Let's take away just
yeah,
12% for shipping and fees. Okay, that's 540. You bought it for 380?
380.
Yeah. It's right around 50% profit margin.
Yep. Hard to beat that. So
Yeah. Pretty sick.
heck yeah. So guys, if you want a like guaranteed way to do that, like and to make more money, if you're making 5,000 a month in profit currently, or if you've made that before, the easiest way to grow is to do the things that I said. But on top of that, you will need a marketing model, which is what Recelerator provides. It's a whole system, guys. Like I
Yeah.
know that I don't usually pitch on these, but like for those of you that are really looking to grow, it's time that you invest in yourselves. Uh,
Hmm.
because Hormozy has a really good quote, and he's like, if if you want to make $1 million a year, but you are only making $50,000 a year, then it's costing you $950,000 a year not knowing how to make $1 million a year. So you can apply that to six figures too, like 100K, right? Like a lot of you guys are letting a $3,000 or $5,000 program sit in the way and saying it's too much to make six figures for the rest of whenever however long you want to, right? So
Hmm.
um I'm just saying, like I love investing in things like this because I see the ROI almost
Hmm.
immediately. That's why I buy so many events. That's why I buy so many courses, is because I understand that every single event that I go to, I'm going to learn one little thing that I didn't know previously that's going to probably 3 or 4x what I'm
Hmm.
doing. And that's how I'm able to grow so fast is I'm literally just grabbing onto the knowledge of other people that have been there for years. And they've already gone through the mistakes and they can tell me to watch out for the potholes, right? So
Also, on a side note, if you have an LLC, guys, and you're listening to this, where we're talking about people who have existing businesses going,
yes, yeah.
investing in education is tax deductible. Like
Oh
that's a
yeah,
write-off,
sure is. Yep.
right?
Right
And
off.
so what do you got to lose? Like you can write it off. So you probably should be doing some of that just to get the write-off on an annual basis.
Yeah.
You're playing it smart.
Yes. Also, that is the smart way to do it, especially when you start paying a good amount of taxes, is education is the easiest thing that you can write off.
Yeah.
You just put it, you just, yeah, I spent $5,000 on education. Cool. They don't even care. They don't even ask. Like, it's just, that's it. You just write it off. It's great. That's why, that's why I'm buying more programs at the end of the year is to, I don't know if this is like if I should be saying this, but I buy programs towards the end of the year to offset my taxes because last year I paid over $20,000 to the IRS. Not a fan. Okay, wasn't fun. um, so this year I'm paying a lot less because I'm buying a lot more stuff. I'm spending a crap load of money on ads right now, about $800 a week right now, just on ads. Um, because I want to offset my taxes and set myself up for next year. So,
Yeah.
you guys have probably seen those ads too. So they're Mercury, Resell Deck, all of it. So Console Kings is one of them. Like we're marketing very, very hard. But that's it's selfish. because I don't want to pay as much tax as I did last year. So, um, but yeah, I mean, if anybody's listening to this, I don't usually pitch a whole lot, but like a lot of you guys are on the fence. Um, I would get off of that fence. I mean, we've had people just like you guys join, and it's completely changed the whole trajectory of their business, right?
Yeah,
So
I
if
think
like if that's you, just apply. Like if you don't qualify, I'll just tell you. Like I'm not gonna like
yeah.
yeah, like I'll just tell you if you don't qualify.
I think I think also a common response is for most students that I talk to is I probably should have done this sooner. It's kind of like
That
when
is
was the best time to start a business? Well, a year ago, but you could start right now. That'd probably be your next best time. So,
yep.
guys, I mean, also like rolling into like a season where a lot of people really like to re-up and invest in themselves. There's only 62 days left in 2025 before it becomes 2026. A lot of people are going to set goals. Why not you? Why not today? Why not now? You know?
Heck yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think that's a good place to end it. Um, so if you're at that stage in your business, well, number one thing I guess I should say is should probably have an LLC by this point. Um,
Fair.
Two, you
Yep.
should like yesterday with Vic when we were on our call, I was helping him get his payroll stuff set up and his like his money map and all sorts of stuff like that too. Like, because that's the stuff you guys are going to need moving forward, like later on. Is like you're going to need to make better decisions in terms of like allocating softwares to make your life easier, right?
Yeah.
Like, um, also you're going to have to start paying yourself, and there's a lot of stuff. And if you want the right guidance, then I would look into joining Recelerator because that's what we do is we guide people in the correct way to go. And I think we're pretty good at
Abs-
it. So
Yeah, I think it's probably fair to say I'd say there's close to what, at least 15 to 20 six-figure earners that are
yeah, easy.
actively or
Yeah.
have come out of Recelerator. So there's probably a few more. I'm probably missing some, but
There's some people that are just like off the book, dude. Like they just don't talk and they just win.
yeah,
Like
we don't know like because they're just
one of them
again.
reached out yesterday. Like he was like, "Hey, bro, long time no talk. Yeah, we're over here like screaming six figures now." And I'm like, "Bro, I haven't heard from you in like you missed all of our check-in calls." Like he's like, "No,
Right.
I've just been busy. The ads are kicking it." And I was just like, "Okay, all right, man,
Cool.
cool." So
That's
you
cool.
know, it's funny. And he's international too. So, you know,
Wow.
but all right, cool guys. Well, make sure to check all the links below if you are interested in Recelerator and you really want to like take this business to the next level, guys. Just we got a couple of different plans now. So I would check them all out. The agency one is still capped at the moment. I'm not taking any more people under ads management, so that is on a wait list. Because I'm just connected to some. I got to let some people graduate first before I take on any more. Um, but there are other plans available currently, and we still set up your ads. We still set up the whole thing. The whole machine still gets set up, and we still do the weekly calls, 2 weekly calls. So definitely check it out. With that being said, you guys can if you're not ready for that type of investment, I would look into Console Kings. Console Kings is an incredible place to start for that. $47 a month is very hard to beat. And yeah, so definitely check that out. With that being said, guys, see you guys on the next pod. Peace out.